Hey guys! All right, today we are talking about rhythm. So I've already listened to some people's recordings on Sight Reading Factory, and some of them are awesome, and then some of them I'm hearing some really common mistakes. So, first and foremost, let's just go back through and talk about how we count. Um, we do this in class, but I think it's really different when you're on your own at home and you don't have anyone else to kind of help you stay on track. So let's just take a look at letter B here, and I'll make sure and show you guys when we're done. So anytime you have a set of two eighth notes, this pair of eighth notes right here, the first one of the pair is always going to be a number. Okay? 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's always going to be a number. The first beat of every measure is going to be beat 1. So 1. And then the second in a pair is always going to be and. Okay, the next pair of eighth notes, we're going to start with the number again, and we just finished beat 1 and, so the next number we're going to come into is 2. And then we said the second of every pair is always and, no matter what. Okay, the next two notes are quarter notes, and they get a full beat, so we're just going to say 3 and then 4. So if I just counted that first measure, I would get 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right, why don't you try that with me? Ready and go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. The next measure has 3 sets of eighth notes. So if we follow that same idea, we'll get 1 and, next pair, 2 and, next pair, 3 and then that quarter note will be beat 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Try just that second measure with me. Ready and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, so that's how we do eighth notes and quarter notes. Your example for today, if you're doing level 1 or 2, you'll always see these eighth notes in pairs. So the first one will always be a number, the second one will always be and. If you find yourself, let me find a good example. Like if you have a quarter note and then an eighth note, if you find yourself, I'm right here on letter G, if you find yourself saying 1 and then you get to the eighth notes and you say and, that's wrong. The first eighth note of a pair is always going to be a number in cases that we've run into. There are some cases where that's not true. But for me, just know that the first one will always be a number. So that'll be 2. And then the second one will always be and. Okay? 1, 2, and. All right? Now, if we find a half note, you're just going to hold it out. So this one, letter C, I'll change color so that you know we're on a different one. Letter C, this is going to be exactly the same as letter B. We start off with a 1, and then the second one always gets and. This quarter note's going to take up beat 2. And then we have a half note. It's kind of hard to tell, but that's a half note. Half notes get 2 beats. So this half note will get beat 3 and 4. 3, off. The second measure has 2 sets of eighth notes and then a half note. So we'll have 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2, and then another half note, 3. Let's try this one together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 3. Okay? This is about as complicated as most of the examples will be in your sight reading factory assignment, especially if you choose level 1 or level 2. If you start going to level 3 and 4, you're going to start running into dotted rhythms like dotted half notes or that dotted quarter note followed by an eighth note that we were just focusing on like Tuesday or Wednesday in chorus. So if you're ready for that challenge or you want to just try it and see what happens, you can do as many examples as you want to outside of the assignments that I give you. The assignment for today is not technically due until Friday evening at 11:30 p.m. So you've got tons of time to practice, and I'm able to see how many attempts you do. So some of you have done 6, some of you have done 2 attempts, some of you have done like 20. Don't spend too much time on it. Just give me your best and then submit it when you're ready, and we'll get better as we go along. And there's a little box where I can give you feedback so that you can check back in. It does make me put a grade in, so if you already did it today and you were maybe one of my friends that was doing the words backwards on the eighth notes, if I gave you a 70 or something like that, don't panic. It's not a real grade. That's just where you were on the sight reading for today, and then we'll just get better tomorrow, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and if you have any specific ones that you'd like to see an example of on the blog, then I can do that. All right, have a great day, you guys. Bye.